This is another lesson for directed writing, and it is on formal letter of complaint. Recommendations for candidates. Number 1. Read the instructions or the rubric carefully before answering the question. Be sure of the format and the task. Then you have to underline the keywords or task that is required to be performed so that you do not forget to complete the task as you write the essay. Number 2, use all the content points given in the rubric. Tick the content points you have used to ensure that all the content points are in. 3, use appropriate tone. Be aware of the audience so that you know whether you need to be formal or informal in your approach. Number 4, for good students, try to use sophisticated structures and precise vocabulary. For average students, do not write long sentences because the tendency to make mistakes is higher. Number 5, to prepare for the examination, candidates should read widely to improve general knowledge and vocabulary, improve spelling, that is to use a dictionary when necessary, and then do not take punctuation lightly. Punctuation errors can be serious errors. So type of formal letter, we have letter of complaint, letter of inquiry, suggestion, appreciation, and also job application. Let's look at the marks now. For format, we have 3 marks. For contents or the content points, 12 marks. And for language, 20 marks. Okay, this is the 2013 SPM Paper 1 or 1119/1. The question, directed writing. You have just returned from a visit to Indah Recreational Park. You found the park in poor condition. Write a letter of complaint to the town council based on the notes you have made. So we have important notes here. For example, Indah Recreational Park. It is in poor condition and you must write to the town council. Okay, let's look at the content points. So, not enough facilities, no restaurants, rubbish everywhere, not enough dustbins, dirty public toilets, smelly, grass not cut, snakes, information lacking, no signposts, vandalism, public telephones not working. So when writing the letter, you should remember to lay out the letter correctly, addresses, date, salutations, title, and closing, and use all the notes given. So the format, let's look at the format now. We have F1, it should be addresses and the date. Addresses mean both the sender and recipient's addresses. And then we have salutation and title, and the salutation is dear, and then the title will be the title of the letter. And then we have the closing, which includes the signature. So we are going to focus on the content points. We have C1, not enough facilities. C2, no restaurants. C3, rubbish everywhere. C4, not enough dustbins. C5, dirty public toilets. C6, smelly. C7, grass not cut. C8, snakes. C9, information lacking. C10, no signposts. C11, vandalism. C12, public telephones not working. So let's look at the format of the letter of complaint. So we have address of sender, where you have 24 Jalan Satria 5, Taman Satria Jaya 70500, Seremban, Negeri Sembilan. And then we have the post and the address of the recipient. The first one we have the director, Seremban Town Council, Wisma MBS, Persiaran Forest Height 1, Jalan Seremban Tampin, 70450, Seremban, Negeri Sembilan. And then we have the date, 30th September 2020. The September, which is the month, remember that it has to be in uppercase or capital letters. And then you must spell September or other months in full. Next, make sure that you write the salutation, dear sir, And then the title, it should be Poor Condition of Indah Recreational Park. Then you have your introduction, your body or contents, and then your conclusion. And then don't forget to sign off where you have to write yours faithfully or yours sincerely. And then there must be a signature, for example, Emily, and the name of the writer, Emily Liao. Make sure that the name is in uppercase. Now we are going to look at the introduction. So there are a few examples here. Number 1, I would like to make a complaint about the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. Number 2, you can write, I would like to draw your attention to the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. Number 3, I wish to make a complaint about the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. 4, I wish to bring to your attention to the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. Next, I would like to lodge a complaint about the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. I wish to express my dissatisfaction about the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. My intention in writing this letter is to share about the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. I'm writing in to complain about the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. I wish to bring to your attention a matter concerning the poor condition of Indah Recreational Park. So these are the few examples on how to write the introduction. Remember that in paragraph 1, which is the introduction, you have to write a brief explanation of the problem or the complaint. For example, I recently visited Indah Recreational Park and was appalled by the poor condition there. This prompted me to write this letter of complaint. Another example, I am a resident of Taman Indah, which is located near Indah Recreational Park. Last week, I visited the park and was shocked by its poor condition. The last example, I am a resident of Taman Indah and recently visited the Indah Recreational Park for a picnic with friends. I was disappointed with the park conditions and wish to draw your attention to it. Now moving on to the second paragraph and the third and so on, they are called the content paragraphs. So C1, not enough facilities. C2, no restaurant. C3, rubbish everywhere. C4, not enough dustbins. So let's look at the second paragraph. So remember to write number 2. First and foremost, Indah Recreational Park does not have enough facilities. There are no restaurants at the park. I believe making eateries available will attract more visitors there, especially families. There are also no places for visitors to sit comfortably and enjoy a get-together with family and friends. Rubbish is everywhere and also not properly disposed due to a lack of rubbish bins. This makes certain parts of the park unsightly. Second example, first and foremost, the park does not have enough facilities. There are only a few benches despite it being a large one that covers 100 acres. Surprisingly, there are no restaurants. How could the public enjoy their time there if they are not able to buy food? In addition, there was rubbish everywhere, be it plastic bags, leftover food, plastic bottles, or even polystyrene containers. It was a terrible sight. I thought that the visitors were to be blamed for their irresponsible actions, but then I noticed the lack of rubbish bins in the park. Then the last example, firstly, there are not enough facilities at the park. Then there are no restaurants too. If there are some restaurants here, the visitors will be happier to enjoy their time with their families. Next, I could see rubbish everywhere. There are not enough dustbins at the park. This makes the surroundings look very dirty. Now we are in the third paragraph. So we are using content points. C5, dirty public toilets. C6, smelly. C7, grass not cut. C8, snakes. So let's look at the first example. So remember that you have to write the number 3 for the third paragraph. Apart from that, I was upset with the dirty public toilets located there. When I went in, the toilets were so smelly. To make matters worse, the grass was not cut by the town council workers. The tall grass is very dangerous for children, and I heard someone had seen a snake too. The grass could be a hiding place for various dangerous animals or insects. So the second example, moreover, I was appalled by the dismal state the public toilets are in. It was obvious that the toilets are not regularly cleaned. The dirty and smelly toilets are strewn with tissue papers, surgical masks, and diapers. Grass around the area is very tall. I think it has not been cut for months. There could be dangerous animals in the grass, such as snakes and scorpions. The last example, in addition, the public toilets are dirty and smelly too. No one uses them anymore. The grass near the public toilets is also not cut. I'm afraid that snakes could be hiding among the long grass and thick bushes. Next, we are in the fourth paragraph. So the contents are C9, information lacking, C10, no signpost, C11, vandalism, and C12, public telephones not working. So remember that you have to write the number 4 for paragraph 4. So the first example, another complaint is the lack of information has caused confusion among visitors. There are no signposts at the park. If we have signposts at the park, it will help the visitors to find their way around the park easily. Finally, there is vandalism too at the park. Public telephones are not working at all. Another example, besides, the park is wide and spacious. Visitors enjoy morning strolls and evening picnics or playtime. However, it is lacking proper information about the park itself. There are no signposts, maps or trail markers to show the visitors the exact location or where to head to. The park has been vandalized too. Broken benches, damaged public phones, and walls full of graffiti. There are a few sentences for conclusion. You can write, for example, I would like you to look into this matter and take immediate action. Or you can say, I hope you will take action at once. I hope that you will cooperate and take action on this matter. I hope that my complaints receive your full consideration. It is hoped that you will solve this problem. I would like to appeal to your sense of fairness and hope prompt action will be taken regarding these matters. I hope that you will look into these complaints and take immediate actions. I hope the town council will look into these complaints and take prompt action to solve the problem. How to write the conclusion? There are a few examples here. Remember that you still have to write the fifth paragraph. So you can write number 5. Thus, I would like to suggest that the council provide more dustbins at the park. The toilets should be clean and the grass cut regularly. Please provide more signposts, and I hope the public telephones will be repaired as soon as possible. I hope the authority concerned will look into these matters. Okay, another example. Lastly, park is one of the most visited recreational places. It is the responsibility of local management to take care of the park. A good management always takes care of such entertaining and refreshing places for its public. Sometimes, due to the negligence of management or its workers, the condition of the park becomes worse. Due to poor condition, people stop visiting the park. Those who visit face a lot of problems. Hereby, I would like to make suggestions that the problem should be rectified as soon as possible. The last example. Lastly, with a little time, money and effort from the town council, the park can be brought back to its stunning condition. I wish to thank you in advance for giving me your time and consideration. We have reached the ending, so you have to write thank you. We can skip a line after the 5th paragraph, then you write thank you. Then don't forget to sign off by writing yours faithfully or yours sincerely. Remember that it is yours, not your. And then your signature, Susan example, and then you must write your name in uppercase or capital letters Example, Susan, Bo. We have come to the end of the lesson for directed writing for formal letters. So I hope that this video will help you to improve your writing for the SPM examination. Okay, thank you.